Good morning. Hello, my students. I hope in this period of lockdown, you all are not getting bored, and I also hope that you all are utilizing your time efficiently. Do let me know in the comment section below about how you all are spending your time. P.S. Don't forget to study and avoid excessive indulgence in virtual games. Pronouns. That's what we are going to study today. A pronoun is a word that takes place of a noun. For example, he, she, it, they, someone, who. These are the pronouns. You can take a look at these two pictures below. She is playing. Now there is no name. Instead of a noun, she is being placed. She is playing. And to your right, there's a picture of a boy and it's written, he is happy. Now let's study about the types of pronouns. Number 1, personal pronouns. These pronouns replace nouns. They may function as the subject or the object in a sentence. Now in subjects, these will be the pronouns I, we, he, she, they. In objects, it will be me, us, him, her, them. Alright? Now, personal pronouns, they are further divided. Subjective and objective. Now, pronouns that refer to subjects in sentences, they are subjective. And pronouns that refer to object in sentences, they are objectives. So that's how personal pronouns are divided. Now let's take an example to understand this better. We play with them. Now take a closer look at the words which are highlighted and underlined in different color. We play with them. Here we is subjective and them is objective. So in this way it will be used. First person, the subjective will be I, we, objective, me, us. When it will be in a second person, subjective will be you, objective will also be you. In third person, subjective will be he, she, it, they, objective will be him, her, it, them. Alright? So personal pronouns. In the grammatical sense, a personal pronoun is a pronoun that is related mainly to a particular person. Personal pronouns are not limited to people and can also refer to animals and objects. So subject pronouns, that's subjective, which I have mentioned earlier. Object pronouns, the objective one. I hope this is clear to you. Let's move on to the next pronoun. Possessive pronouns. Pronouns that indicate possession or relationship. Take this example. This house is hers. You see, this house belongs to that girl. So this house is hers. Now hers is a possession. It shows possession of that house. Okay? She is the owner of the house. So a possessive pronoun is a pronoun that is used to indicate possession or ownership. So when you're saying this is my pen, not your pen, it should be this pen is mine. Mine. Mine is possessive. You're showing possession of that pen, not yours. Okay? Now look at further examples. Mine. This is my laptop. It's mine. Laptop belongs to me. That's why it's mine. Next, these glasses are mine, not yours. So the glasses doesn't belong to you. It's not your possession. This is my brother's book. It's his. Now, even though I'm having my brother's book, but the book belongs to whom? My brother. It's his. Okay? Hers. He offered to swap his camera for hers. Ours. I will show you to your room. Ours is next door. The house is yours. The ship is theirs. Now, did you understand this? Possessive pronoun? Okay? indicate possession or ownership. Now the next pronoun is demonstrative pronouns. They are used to point out the objects or object they indicate. For example, this is a beautiful tree. This, I'm pointing it out. This is a beautiful tree. That was a good movie. You see, that. So demonstrative pronouns, they pinpoint at something. Okay? Now, when it's singular, we will use this if it's for the near thing, and if the thing is far, it's that. In plural, it will become these, and if the object is far, it's those. So demonstrative pronouns, once again, this is a beautiful tree. That was a good movie. Did you understand? Demonstrative pronouns, this, these, that. Remember this. Pinpoint. Okay? Next is interrogative pronouns. They are used for asking questions. For example, what is your name? Where you live? Here we are asking questions. What? Where? Okay? And the sentences end with the question mark. Now take a look at these examples. Interrogative pronouns. Who? If we are talking about subject, who took the book? Now there is a person who has taken the book. So who took the book? Next is whom. Okay? Whom is she talking to? Whose? Whose car is this? What? It can be used for thing. What do you want for lunch? Now, which can be used for person as well as for thing? Which of them is the tallest? Which color do you prefer? Okay? Now, reflexive and emphatic pronouns. These are used when the action done by the subject reflects on the subject. For example, I made some tea for myself. Now, I made some tea for myself. So, myself, we are coming back to the subject I. Because tea that I have made is for myself. So, reflexive pronoun refers back to the subject of the sentence. Okay? Remember it. More examples. He hurt himself when he fell off his skateboard. She usually talks to herself in front of the mirror. David read quietly to himself. We can trust in ourselves. The students can monitor themselves. Now you see how it's reflexive. Look at the last sentence. The students can monitor themselves. Themselves. It's referred to the students. All right, let's move on. Indefinite pronouns. Those referring to one or more unspecified objects, beings, or places. They are called indefinite simply because they do not indicate the exact object or the exact being, place to which they refer. Okay, there is nothing definite, it's indefinite. No one came to the auditorium. All were waiting for the announcement. Okay, there is nothing definite here. Okay, so any, anybody, anyone, either, neither, nobody, no, someone. Now these all are indefinite. I'll show you an image to make it more clear. Someone is at the door. I do not know who it is. It's not definite who is there. So someone is at the door. You see, the someone becomes indefinite pronoun. Is this clear? Next is reciprocal pronouns. Okay? These are words like each other, one another. They refer to an action occurring in one direction and also back in the opposite direction. For example, they play with each other. The children looked at one another when surprise gifts were given. So, see, you are standing with your friend, and all of a sudden, both of you are given gifts and you're looking at each other. So it's like action. Okay? If it's occurring in one direction from your side, it's also coming back from the opposite direction. Your friend is also looking at you. So they play with each other. The children look at one another when surprise gifts were given. Did you understand this thing? I hope. So let's move on. Take example, these two examples. See the boys fighting over there? The boys are fighting one another. Tina and Mary are talking to each other. So they are talking. So action is coming from the both sides. Okay? Distributive pronouns. It refers to persons or things one at a time and are always singular. Either of you can come with me. Neither of the students are tired. Okay? So we are just, it's referring to only one thing at a time. Okay? And they will always be singular. Now, relative pronouns. Definitely, I'm not going to talk about relatives from the paternal or maternal side, but rather I will talk in the grammar sense. These are used to add information about a noun already mentioned and also help in joining two statements together. So, what does the sentence mean? The noun is already there in the sentence. Okay? And you will get the information from these pronouns. And they will also help in joining two statements together. For example, who, whom, whose, which, that. Okay? People who are clever. Now, people is a noun. Who? It's, it's adding an extra information. Who are clever. It's adding the information about the noun. Can always find a way. Let's take another example. She wrote to the person whom she had met last month. Did you understand? Let's move on. See this picture. Peter is the one who gifted me a scarf. You know, Peter. Who? Now, who is being referred for the Peter, the noun? Okay? Gifted me a scarf. It is made up of a fabric that is very soft. Okay? That refers to it. And it is being talked about the scarf. I hope you're able to understand this thing. Let's move on. So you see, these are the 9 pronouns we have studied today. The personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, interrogative pronouns, reflexive and emphatic pronouns, indefinite pronouns, reciprocal pronouns, distributive pronouns, and relative pronouns. Okay, so we have reached the end of the lesson today. So keep revising, stay happy, and I'll see you. I mean, can't see you, but I'll meet you in next class. Bye bye.